It's alien traits.
Male pattern baldness is. It comes from the Danakiel.
Yeah,
Hirsutism comes from the Dewanis and the Kiddites.
and just to be clear for the audience, when he say Danakiel, he talking about the big head people that Yakub father came from. Yeah,
right.
The field coordinator. Go ahead, my bad.
Right. So they got the receding hairline. That comes from their traits in the genome. If they came to give a drop of blood and we can't see their traits in the genome surface as a phenotype, then they didn't get a blood, they cheated. So that's why you see varying prominent figures with different characteristics that you can identify and trace directly back to an extraterrestrial race. Yep. Like Jimmy Durante. Pull Jimmy Durante up.
Go ahead. Let's get into it. This is where his shit really get cracking. Right?
Jimmy Durante is famous for his nose.
Durante.
That's a Deros trait.
Yeah. Look at him. Yeah. He looked like a damn Deros. His smile, his grin is like a Deros grin. Look at this shit. This nigga grin is like Freddy Krueger, my nigga. Hold up. It's like a slick, sneaky. Like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna take you behind him. Come on here and get this candy. Nigga look like one of them niggas. Blow him up. You got him? What they doing? What they're doing? There you go.
Now you see that nose?
Yep.
Now show them what the Deros look like.
All right. I got the Deros in this file already.
So this where his nose trait comes from. You know who else got that nose trait?
Who else?
Remember the one they called Chief White Wolf?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, dang, you're right. Oh shit, man, you cracking my thumb. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put man. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get them niggas. I'm gonna get them niggas, bro.
Somebody say young girl to get them niggas.
Yeah, man, get them niggas, man. Hey.
Now everybody that came to give a drop of blood is not necessarily nefarious.
You just gave me some extra with that hairline thing, though. You gave me that hairline thing. You just dropped that piece on me because I was looking at the Willow's Peak. I was looking at all the traits, like the eyebrows. You know what I'm saying? And I
got a paper I wrote around here somewhere. It's packed out, but the name of it is Gods, Clouds, and Extraterrestrials, and in there it's a whole page of genetic traits in the extraterrestrials they come from.
In one of these their rules in one of these folders that I got.
You might be able to find it faster by Google.
Yeah, you right. They gonna do it. If I knew you was talking about them, I would have slid it to the phone. I know I got them on there though. I got them in the extraterrestrial file. There you go, right here. That's a good picture to show them because all right, here we go.
That's the better one right here.
Also, Queen Victoria was a Deru.
Another signature trait of this species right here in the genome, like 500 pounds of shit. It's morbid obesity is what it's called.
Go ahead, go in on that a little bit. Go in on this extraterrestrial trait, the obesity trait.
Okay, so it's body types. If you pull up ectomorph, endomorph, mesomorph, it's going to pull up 3 body types. ECTO-MORPH, MESO-MORPH. Put all 3 words in there. Because it's going to pull a chart up, going to show you the different traits. Ectomorph, ECTO.
ECTO.
MORPH.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay, there you go. Click on the picture.
Right there?
3 body types right there. It's got
Let me
3
see.
different body types.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
blow it up. That's the one. See it say ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph?
Yeah, I got you. I got you right here.
Okay, so the ectomorph in the African tribe is a Watusi.
Yeah.
A mesomorph in the actual African tribe is the Zulu.
Okay.
And the endomorph is I forgot the name of this tribe. They from the Sudan, and they gorge themselves to gain weight.
Okay.
Right. So those are 3
big bone.
tribal. Right. Now in Europe, the ectomorph would be James Woods, the actor. The mesomorph would be Dolph Lundgren when he was young.
Mm-hmm.
And the endomorph would be Chris Farley, the comedian.
Hmm.
So you had 3 different body types. The endomorph is the result because most of the humans was ectomorph and mesomorph. The endomorph trait is heaviest in Mongolians.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why they have poor muscle tone, but they be strong in the fucking bull.
Mm.
Right? So when you see the different body types. Now, this would be an in-shape endomorph. This would be one that works out.
Okay.
That look like that. The actual raw nature of the body type or the phenotype would be the loose, obese genetics, where you flabby and you can't stop gaining weight, but you don't eat that much. Your body is in a perpetual state of prepare for the famine because it's coming. So you know your body will hold energy, and normally those ones have a hard time carrying that weight, keeps them fatigued. If they get in shape, the men will look like this. But these are phenotypes, basic genetic structures. Now the humans is any one of the mixture of 2 or all 3 of these at the same time.
That's fire. So I know Queen told that the Daru trait ain't this the endomorph. It's more of a blobber type. Like,
right. Remember I told you this endomorph is obesity in shape.
Yeah, it's like a big bone type dude. Like I know people like that. They got big bones. They big boned people. They built
right now.
Women and men built like this.
Right. So it's like Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
He suffered from gigantism, but he also was picking that weight up too.
Mm-hmm.
And toward the end of his life, that's how they look. And you got to remember too, the Daros is tall.
Okay.
And obese.
Yep, they are.
Right. So they get anywhere from 7 to 9 feet tall, weighing anywhere from 400 to 500 pounds and up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. So where do we find these types of characters at? You find them getting in shape now. You find them in sports mostly as football players, as power lifters. They more inclined to powerlifting because they can get in better shape lifting heavy weight for lower reps, but it's going to keep their body in that shape. Mm-hmm. If they reduce the weight and increase the reps, that's going to be taxing on their psychology because they genetically lazy. Mm-hmm. But they not lazy. I don't even know if it makes sense to the average person listening. They genetically lazy, but they not necessarily lazy. Right? So that means that their genes are lazy, is why they form that way. Some of them will express the laziness of the genes by being actually lazy.
This is deep.
Okay, now you have different height levels in the genome too. Pull up Y2CV pygmy so you can see the difference in their height.
I got them like Y2C versus pygmy. You want me to pull? I got some pictures on it already. You want me to pull them up?
If you can find them fast.
Yeah, I can find them fast. I know what file I'm in. It's in the family genetic traits. This right here folder, maybe it's a lot of stuff in this folder. All right. This is the NACL he was talking about right here. Just a minute ago. The people with they got the man, you just gave me a fucking head crack.
Yeah. Hey, blow that up and let them see the receding hairline. You see the receding hairline?
Man, you just fucking gave me some, man. I'm telling you, bro. You just gave me a whole nother piece to this shit. And I ain't even think about it. Look at this receding hairline. So everybody got right. Oh man, it's really go down. I'm about to make connections on that shit.
But now you got tribes that's related to them that don't have a receding hairline. Hairline. Yep. Like if you pull up the Hadendawas.
You talking about these people right here? I got them right here. I got them in this same folder. These people right here.
Yeah. They kin to them, but they carry the father line genes. See, the receding hairline is on the mitochondria. So the ones that come off the father line that's born to earth women don't have it. But the one that come off of the female Danakiel married to earth men have it. They get the trait from the mother.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. That's deep, bro.
But it only surfaced in the men.
Yeah, Tyra Banks got a big forehead too. She one of them Danakos. That's what somebody said in the chat. And this the picture you looking for though. You said you was looking for the Watusi versus the pygmy height. I got it right here. It's in this one. Tribes and families. All right. It's right here. So this is the Twa right here. See how tall you.
You see that picture on the bottom left?
Yeah, right here.
That's what the Irish looked like that. Yeah, I think that is the picture of Irish Twa.
Yeah, leprechauns. Yeah, that's what it is. They that's the leprechaun shit. That's what they saying that these people were the myth. They come from the myth of the yeah. Connected with
those are the ones who originally settled in Ireland and Scotland, and they were trained by Egyptian priests, and they wore gold snake armbands on their arms for the women, and a gold cobra crown. It was like a crown wrapped around the head with a cobra on the front for the men, and it was a class of priesthood. So when these is who St. Patrick was murdering when he said he was killing the snakes.
That's fucking, man.
But I want to see the Y2C next to him because
that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, and a perfect example of that is this right here. Perfect example of it right here. I got it right here. All right, so
that's good enough right there because Muggsy Bogues he got the genetic phenotype of one of the Twa.
Yeah.
And Manute Bol has Watusi blood. He is, I think he is a Watusi.
Yeah.
Okay, now there's another group that's supposed to be protectorates over the Twa.
Yeah,
that's the Zulu.
Yeah, the Zulu of all. Yeah, that's the same people. The Bantu people. Hold on, I got them right here. Where is it at? Okay. It's a mix. Dang. Oh, it ain't in this folder. Damn, it ain't in this folder. But I know who the people you talking about because they were protectors of those little dudes. And they would go if you mess with those little dudes, those guys will come after you.
It's Shaka Zulu tribe.
Yeah, they consider the Twa man as like gods, as like little gods.
Right. So, go back to Google. I'm finna have you pull up something.
Okay, I got you.
Now, the reason why they was protectorates of the Twa, because the Twa used to be, okay, pull up Vietnam tunnel rat soldier at the end.
In tunnel rat, tunnel.
Yeah, tunnel rat soldier.
Okay, all right, hold on, soldier.
Go to the main page, see what come up.
Oh, not veteran, Vietnam. Here we go. You see it?
Yeah, that's the see the rules crawling through the tunnels.
Yeah.
See where they say tunnel rats on the bottom right? Go back. Scroll down.
Okay.
It's a book called Tunnel Rats. Gonna come up. It's on the left now. One down, one more.
Right there?
That's good enough. It was one next to it though that's even better. The other way. Right now. This is the job that the Twa had. You see how these guys are small and they crawl through the tunnels?
Mm-hmm.
This is the only job they had for short people in Vietnam.
Let me pull it up for you.
This is why I pay to study military shit, because ain't nobody, if you don't study military shit, you would never put these pieces we putting together right now.
Man, this is hot, man. This is hot.
With the Twa and the tunnel rat.
It make a lot of sense, man. I'm telling you, brother, bro. It make a lot of sense what you're saying. It makes sense to me.
Okay, so you see how he's standing in that tunnel?
Yeah. It's starting to go crazy on me. Come on, baby. All right, there you go.
You see, now they had to crawl in there. They look when they crawling in there, they don't have a clue if they're gonna meet gunfire down there. So that's one of the bravest jobs to have in Vietnam, right there.
Damn, it's crazy.
All right, now a minute ago when you was looking for this picture, you pulled up the regiment, and it had a picture of two dudes with yellow shirts on. It was on the Google page.
Right here. Two dudes with yellow shirts on.
I think it's down some. Unless you switch. There you go. See what it say? Tunnel rats.
Yeah. My granddaddy was in there. You know what? My granddaddy was in this thing. You know what he told me? He's telling me stories about this. Now that I think about it, he said they armed them with these fire tart guns. They could shoot fire in the hole and shit.
Blowtorch.
Yeah, the
flamethrowers is what they call.
Yeah, flamethrowers. Yeah, they said they had the flamethrowers and them dudes. But he said, man, I'm gonna tell you, my granddaddy said them dudes, they used to be squeezed down in that little hole. And then he said they could pop out and them motherfuckers know how to flip and all kind of shit, man. It's hard to even shoot. He said it was hard to even shoot them cats.
If you look over under the book I had you pull up, the next picture right under it,
right here
on the left, go all the way to the left page of the page, all the way over to the left. Nope, you're in the wrong area altogether. Keep going further over there.
Okay, let me go back.
Remember the book I had you pull up, Tunnel Rats?
Yeah.
You just go back the other way.
Right
the book, now right under there is a chart that show you the tunnel designs that they was crawling through. This is the shit that they had to crawl through. This was no different than mining the mines of Monodapa.
And put it up. Oh yeah, you give me some good fucking shit, my nigga. I'm gonna put all this together. Telling you. All right, can y'all see that?
This is showing you how they was crawling through the tunnels. Now remember, I don't got no receipts, Elder. You gotta keep remembering that when I'm showing everybody this shit.
This shit hot. Go ahead. He was sleeping underground in like a little area.
Yeah, they had bunkers and everything under there. You see the false hole with the spear sticking out of it?
Yeah.
Booby traps. It was booby traps all through there. Okay, now go to mines. Go to Manodapa Mines, South Africa.
All right. You got to
spell this is where they was working at.
I got the South Africa part, but what's the first part?
Manodapa, Monodapa.
DAPA. I got you.
Did you put mines?
Oh yeah, let me put mines.
MINES.
Yeah, it's mines right there.
The first picture. This is what the mine shafts look like. Is that the right one? Read what it says. Is that in South Africa?
Yeah, gold mine, South Africa. Yeah.
Yeah. These are the oldest gold
deepest mine ever
in the world. So Inky had the Twa who used to crawl in there and get the gold out.
Man. See, did it save in there? Oh yeah, baby.
Okay, now for topography information to show you the tribal connection. You ready for that part, or you want to go deeper into this picture?
Oh yeah. Oh, I was trying to get the there you go right there. Yeah, we can go to the next part, but I just want to show get that picture up on the screen while you was talking. So like I know the Anunnaki was digging mines and canals and shit, but it's a lot of underground shit that some of the shit that they don't even tell us about. Like we know about a little bit of shit, but now it's more shit underground than above ground.
Okay, now go to Google. Right, yep, that's a mine shaft in South Africa, gold mine.
All right, what you got?
Okay, now we finna show you the geography of the tribe. So look up San territory, SAN territory, South Africa.
Oh, Sans people land?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
We want a topical map to show you where it's at in South Africa. Put map behind it.
Yeah, right here.
There you go. Pull that up. Save that, and we're gonna come back to it. Pull up Zululand, South Africa.
Hold on, make sure I got this done right here. Let me do this. It may have all of them right here on this one thing, just in case. I put Zululand.
Yep, Zululand, South Africa. So all of South Africa is Zululand. But we just trying to show you the relative geography of the signs in the Zulu. Because the way that it was set up, nobody was supposed to get to the Twa or the Bushmen unless they went through the Zulu. All the way to the left, third picture down. Click that.
All the way to the left, third picture down. Right here?
No, that's not it.
I'm just
third picture from the left.
On the top one?
Nope, it's go all the way over to the left, third picture from the top. One. No, you're going to the right. It's down.
Okay.
Matter of fact, no, the first picture to do. Go back up one.
Right here?
That's the land, right?
Yep.
Okay, it's one more you need. It's called Swaziland.
Make sure I got this one saved through the case. Damn, this probably ain't gonna pull it. Yeah, let's say that one. All right, Swaziland.
SWAZI. Swaziland is another part of the Zulu territory that they don't want to acknowledge as being Zulu. Third picture from the at the top, third picture from the left.
Yeah.
That one. Okay, now let's go back to the say that, and then we're gonna look at these maps to look at where everybody was situated at prior to colonization, and then you can see clear what I'm talking about when I say that they were supposed to be a protectorate for the little people.
For the people that are kind of new to this, these black people being indigenous on, you know, in America, could you please paint a picture of like pre-colonialism, how we were, what we were doing, colonialism, and like we said earlier, how we died, you know, by the pen. Could you kind of like walk us through that whole, you know, that whole process?
So before the conquistadors came in search of the gold and the wealth of the land, the way that we were living was under matriarchal rules, right? And we all had family banks. We didn't have a centralized banking system. And that's why they captured the banking system with the bank robberies, the Billy the Kids and the Bonnie and Clydes. Those were all staged robberies and for the purposes of seizing our banks, right? So the people start listening to the people that came in, telling them how to centralize the banking system. And this was warned against by the founding fathers. But before they came, we didn't have war over here. We didn't have prison over here. We had every shade of people. That's why it's called the Great Melding Pot over here. And we didn't get involved in the skirmishes that took place on the other lands across the water, right? But then they involved us when they came here in 1492. They actually came in the 1100s to scout the land. And once they seen nation and misdirection as the method, but it didn't work because we know who we is. The Hawkins is it's a tribal totem of the hawk, right? The burrow was the tribal totem of the ass. And the ones whose last name was Burroughs, what they clan's responsibility was to transport large quantities of basically the moving company. The Porter family used to be the ones who controlled the waterways coming into land, the ports. The Porters were the ones who loaded and unloaded ships. And they also traveled on trains. That was a family business, so to speak. So once your family, like let's say the blacksmiths, they got iron. Anybody that's into any kind of smelting fall under the blacksmith. So let's say you are a gold smelter and you a goldsmith. The oldest of the two is the blacksmith. So the blacksmith can honor or dishonor a goldsmith's position based off their skill set. So let's say that a goldsmith come to town, but he have no relatives that can okay him to become a certified goldsmith in his land. He can go to the blacksmith. The blacksmith who got a leader, a tribal leader, can validate him. Because he's an older clan, he can validate the goldsmith as a smelter once he see his work. So he got to show him what he can do, And then he can say, this is a goldsmith for real. He a real goldsmith. Now, he not going to write this shit down nowhere, but he going to introduce you to the family. That's enough. We ain't write that shit down. We introduced you to the family. Now, Big Mama wrote it in the book. We call it the Book of Life, but Big Mama got it in the book. It's in her book. The Clay family were potters. They also related to the Potters. The Holmes family were drop the L. Tell me what y'all did. The Holmes family were Holmes family, which means they were realtors on the land. That means that each Big Mama in each area had somebody come from the Holmes family in order to show us the new home designs that's on the market, how we build our homes, the material. And Big Mama call in somebody in her family and say, this is the homes you're studying under so we can build these houses. So the Walker clan were nomads. That's why they called walkers, because they was walking everywhere they went. Now remember, I'm not going to have them all on top of my head right now. So the ones that I do, I'm just spitting them out. I'm trying to get to the end of the questions so I could wrap this shit up. Black Panther is the totem animal for the priesthood on the land to recover the land from the enemy, period. And the worst motherfucker that they don't ever want to call is what they call the Gorilla Clan, the Congo Clan. And the Congo over here is called the Mississippi Basin. We Mississippians. You don't have to find all your family origins. You're gonna have a family reunion on the flip side of this shit, and you're gonna automatically know where to go. Yeah, so look, I gotta get off here. I gotta go in there and talk to my little brother. So you're right. He said, I keep telling people they have banks still kept in their name connected to those credit lines. And the Social Security number is the bank account number, what they call an international bank number, minus the hyphens, and you can check and you will blow your own self back when you find out how much you got in your personal account. Yeah, so I think I covered for the most part. So the theme of this is they ain't tricking us no more. Class has been in session. We done told these motherfuckers that we know who we is and where our shit at. Now, when I go back over the culture with Dane Calloway, whenever he reach out to me, I'm gonna tell him exactly where the record's at and what he's supposed to do is degree it. He don't need to be approved by nobody but us. All we got to do is say we agree. That's it. That's how we roll. So I'm gonna wrap it up from here. And I wish these comments would have saved in here because y'all got some good comments in here. Oh, he brought up the Wilmington Massacre. Anytime they tell you your family was wiped out in the massacre, it mean either two things. Either your family is the family that's the imposter stealing somebody's birthright, or they stealing your birthright. We know who we are. So this gives you that take you a long way. Right? So with that, I'm looking here, somebody got some questions in here. The Graysons, those who are from the Grayson line or gray line, come out of the cold weather. That's called being on the gray. They normally ran lighthouses. So I'm gonna wrap this one up. I'm gonna save it. I'm surprised I was able to get this much in, and I'm gonna make sure it's saved though, so y'all can come back to it. All right. So peace. Tell them all we ain't come on no ships. We not buying the bullshit, and we out of here. We taking our shit back. That's just simple as that. Yeah. All right, fam. So I hope I was of some service and some help to y'all. They gonna let Mother Khadijah know what's going on. They gonna give her back a report, and then she's gonna give her order. And the government that failed, the ones that's holding on to listen to her to give an order, because she can't say nothing until we organized. She can't get no orders till we organize, grassroots level.
Yeah.
The work you doing, bringing me on here to even talk about this, is our efforts to reach out to our people and tell them we got to return to our traditional oral traditions in order to throw their false, artificial, legal fiction, de facto corporation acting under the pretense of fraud off the land. Can't use their system to throw them off the land. That has nothing to do with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what has something to do with us is our system. So all of the OGs in California is organized. They wait on the West Coast. They ready. They have moves being made to cripple the financial stability of the opposition on the land on the West Coast. Right? So this is what you seeing going on there. That's why the governor was saying it was lawless in California. That's what he's talking about. Everything is well organized and it flows smooth. That means that they are operating in a military capacity among the tribes. They are only attacking institutions that hold economic prominence on the land.
Fight Club.
Right? So they was robbing those rich billionaires that we don't even know over there. They was up in their cribs and shit because they hitting them in the pockets.
Yeah.
Right? So this the way the tribes from the West Coast say, motherfucker, if you on our land and we can't have none, y'all can't either. If we can't have peace at home, y'all can't have peace in our house.
Indeed.
Why would we let you come in our house, give us hell?
You live nice.
Peace.
Living nice.
Right? So they gave the appearance of legitimacy using the system of uniforms, labels, and titles. And that's what tricked us into thinking that the police was actually our friend. Them motherfuckers don't give two drops of shit about us. Anything you say to them is the wrong thing to say to them. Right?
Yep.
Because they only looking to find a reason to lock our ass
Lock you up. Yep.
They're not trying to solve a crime. They're not trying to bring justice to the community.
Wait for you to slip up.
They trying to find more food to feed their prison industrial complex.
That's it.
Now, the more arrests they make, the higher they move up in rank, the more raises they get. You see a parallel here? Right? So once they get to be detectives, now they get to go undercover in the community and start some real shit.
Yeah.
Right? But we see through all that shit now, all of their tactics, we documented that shit and shared it in the public domain. So we know
Yeah.
what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't no secret no more.
Yeah.
So now all we got to do is look at the tactic and we can trace it back to the source.
Yeah.
And you
Gotcha.
got the enemy exposing itself trying to be an asshole.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yep. Um, there's a question here, but I got one more question before I'm gonna do that that question because you brought something to my mind. I know we ain't really talk about space, but I'm gonna do something that still affects of all of us, dealing with us coming into the sun cycle and solar flares. What type? Could you break down the importance of us being now in the sun cycle and the solar flares and how they affect us?
If you go back to I think it's the 18th dynasty, Tutankhamun, you see Akhenaten
Mm-hmm.
has a picture of the sun over his family, and at the
Mm-hmm.
end of each one of the rays of the sun, there's a hand.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So from the sun, we get information, data, input. The sun don't even have to be real for the purposes that it's being used for.
Mm-hmm.
It's emitting gamma rays, UV
Mm-hmm.
rays, UVBs, all these different spectrums of light is coming from the sun. That's the center of our solar system,
Mm-hmm.
right? As this energy comes to the earth, it gives us information on a DNA level,
Yeah.
right? So the way that I'd like to describe it is information of life comes in from the sun on angles of light.
Mm-hmm.
And these angles of light are angels of light delivering messages to the righteous.
Mm.
I meditate on the water because the water amplifies the message as I become the receiving vessel.
Mm.
I can get a clearer message and it's much more louder, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the streamers in the matrix is the same as the rays from the sun.
Mm.
But the same way we get rays from the sun, each star that's perceptual is also sending light rays to the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Those stars manifest in the form of human beings. We call them star seeds,
Mm.
right? The
Mm-hmm.
earthborn children of the sun are the originals, right? And they are the oldest tribes around the world,
Mm.
right? So we communicate with Mother Nature because when we ground to earth, it's the same as grounding the antenna on your radio in order to get a clear
Be a station.
reception
Mm-hmm.
on the box,
Indeed.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So back in the day when I was little, we had what we call rabbit ears for antennas on the TV,
I remember those.
right? But then sometimes we had to use the clothes hanger and tinfoil.
I remember those.
But this is because we're trying to get a good reception.
Indeed.
Now everybody got a different psychic ability. Because they told us that if we do anything of a psychic nature, we are insane.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us suppress our natural psychic ability.
Mm-hmm.
So the only way to reignite it is to start practicing as if you know how to use it,
Yeah.
right? So we use oracle implements like tarot cards, the runes, the I Ching, the crystal readers.
Mm-hmm.
All these is just
Pendulums. Mm-hmm.
all and pendulum. All those are training wheels.
Mm-hmm.
The one that you're drawn to tells you which psychic ability that you naturally want to enhance.
Okay.
That's why you're drawn to it.
Indeed. That makes perfect sense. Okay. I'm gonna let this question go because I know they put in here, and I got another one after you. But the question is, so what happens after people start cleaning out their filters?
When you clean your filter, your organism functions at a higher level. You can facilitate a stronger electromagnetic current, which generates a stronger electromagnetic field, which causes a denser aura, which allows you to be a much more firm and stable person overall.
Makes sense. Another question I have specifically dealing with conjuring, and metaphysics on our, okay, dealing with like hoodoo and as we know, Native American metaphysics, is that something that is all connected to, to Africa, to Kemet, Samaria, whatever the case may
Okay,
be?
those sciences, like, okay, so these are denominations.
Mm-hmm,
Hoodoo,
mm-hmm,
Wicca,
mm-hmm,
Santeria,
mm-hmm,
Brujeria. Those are saying the same with the ancient culture is
mm-hmm,
saying denominations in the Christian church,
mm-hmm,
right? So they're all
mm-hmm,
part of the ancient arts.
mm-hmm.
Now, when we come up and we begin to become astute in one of them, let's say Hermeticism, we
Okay.
then become required to study all of the rest of them in order to get an overview of what mysticism is really about.
Now, is it? Do you think it's something as far as somebody like if you're native, to the land? Do you think is it still up to your choice, kind of to how do you explain it? Like, do you think that you would gravitate more so to something more so native, as far as if you are like metaphysically um
Look,
looking for? Uh-huh.
our natural swag is the nature
Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-hmm.
tribes.
Mm-hmm.
Our natural swag, the way that we just are, like
Mm-hmm.
the people in New Orleans is a certain way.